Welcome to Ecstatic Yoga. I am Grace. I am so grateful that you are here with me today for this asana practice. Today's focus is centering ourselves and grounding ourselves in the heart and going within, as always, going within because the kingdom is within. It's within. This is where we reside, the deepest truth within us, and where we are connected to all life is from within. And I'm so grateful you're here. You can go to ecstaticyoga.studio for more information on our teacher trainings, our retreats. We'd love to have you come in person, and we're grateful that you're here with us online, with me online. So we are going to begin. So let's begin at a seated position. Where's my little cushion? Oh, and I'll leave the door crack open in case Xander decides to meander in. Sandy! Yeah, kitty, kitty, kitty! Xander! Coming to a seated position. Sitting comfortable, feeling those sits bones connected to the earth. That is your connection to the planet, your body's connection to the planet. If we're grounded, we always have a connection. We always have a connection, unless we're flying up on a trampoline for a moment. We feel that freedom of not having that connection. And as we journey through this physical life, this life we've chosen, this adventure we've chosen, and we've chosen to learn and grow and expand our own soul, as well as we've come to raise the vibration of this dimension that we're choosing to have an experience in, of all the infinite experiences we have always. And so feeling ourselves rooted into the earth, into the planet, because this is where we are in this moment of our awareness. And feeling that gratitude to the earth for allowing us to visit for a while and animate through her species, so we can have this experience for our soul. And simply entering in now to breath awareness. And I invite you, as you enter into breath awareness, to also go in and scan the body. So scanning the body while also being very mindful of the breath that's flowing through. And now taking your awareness and focusing it solely inside. And let's begin by going into the heart. And just rest your awareness in the heart. And let's have a few minutes of silence as we rest our awareness inside our heart. And it can be your physical heart, but I also invite you to rest it into that heart chakra that is right in the center of your chest, inside the middle of the body, and expanding out through the front and back. And resting your awareness in that heart chakra for a few moments of silence. And now begin to scan the entire inner universe within you, simply scanning inside your being, noticing any sensations, basking in the emotional body without having to describe it or use any words, just basking in the felt sense. And you can scan all the way from the top of the head all the way down through the body and through the arms and legs, and just noticing what it's like to be in this body in this moment. Noticing the aliveness, the pulsations. Even maybe noticing that the body is connected to an aliveness that's greater than the body. And surrendering into that aliveness and that source of that aliveness. And coming back to breath awareness. Just taking a few breaths with the full concentration only on the breath. Thoughts enter, just release them and come back to the breath. Breath awareness. You can even notice that lungs filling, expanding, deflating. You can feel the air as it goes through the mouth or the nostrils. And in this place of silent stillness, emptiness, openness, I invite you to set an intention, and almost as if your consciousness is far greater than your physical body. It includes everything that you are aware of or could ever be aware of. It's wide open, and you set this intention into your consciousness, like dropping a pebble into a pool of water that's still and silent, glass smooth, and receives that intention fully and deeply into its being. I invite you to set that intention in a positive and present moment. Intention now. And coming back to breath awareness. And coming back into the body. And gently and kindly opening the eyes. And we'll begin with our asana practice. Our focus is the heart. And going within and lodging our awareness in the heart. And so we're going to begin with our sun salutation, and we're going to enter into our mountain posture. So feeling a little lift of the arches, you might feel the toes raise a little bit, engaging the calf muscles, the lift of the knees, engaging the quadriceps, bringing your pelvis into neutral, belly in and up, ribs up, shoulders are going to go back and down, and the chin is parallel to the floor, and you're going to feel this last line of energy just pulling your whole body up to the heavens as you elongate into your mountain. And then let's inhale, bringing the arms up into an extended mountain. Exhale here. Inhale even deeper into a nice back bend. And exhale, coming straight, sticking out that tailbone, hinging at the hips, giant angel wings to the side with your arms. And coming down, and then rounding the spine, bringing the thumbs next to the little toes. The knees can be bent as much as you need to. You can use a block. If you don't want to bring your hands all the way down into the mat, you can just release and relax the head. You can shake it a little, very gently, very kindly, never forcing, never striving, always allowing. And in this moment, our heart is higher than our head, so let's just honor that heart. You can bring the arms to the elbows for a little deeper forward fold.
and breathe. Honoring the heart. Let's release the hands back down to the mat. Let's take that right leg back behind us. We're going to go into a high lunge, so front knee's right over the ankle. And we're going to come all the way up. Let's square those hips. The left knee is over the left ankle, and so that right hip is going to move forward just a little if it needs to. Engage those bandhas. Mula Bandha, down here at the kegel, the perineum. Uddiyana Bandha, belly comes in and up. Jarandala Bandha, chin comes in a little, and tongue is on the roof of the mouth. Those are our energy locks. And breathe. The bandhas hold the energy into the body so it can build. One more deep breath in, reaching up into the fingertips, that line of energy. And exhale, bringing the hands back down by the feet. The front foot is going to come back into down dog. Beautiful. Feeling that tailbone lifting up towards the sky, towards the heavens. Feel the thigh bones come back. Almost as if someone has taken their hand and gently bringing your thigh bones back. And then the heels come down towards the floor. And releasing and relaxing the head and engaging the bandhas, and let's bring in the prana. Prana through the breath. Beautiful job. And we are going to come to a plank position. You might even want to widen your stance a little bit. And we're going to go into our Chaturanga. So we're going to come down nice and slowly. If you want to bring the knees to the mat, if that's easier for you, you can do that. Coming down, and just right before you get to the mat, let's scoop forward into an up dog. Beautiful. The thighs can be resting on the mat, or they can be engaged and just above the mat. Engage those bandhas and breathe. Honoring the heart. The energy is coming straight out the heart in this posture. One more nice deep breath in. And on your exhale, down dog. Beautiful job. Tailbone is up, thighs back. Taking a breath here, releasing the head. Honoring the heart. Still the highest organ, higher than the head. On your next inhale, we're going to bring that right leg up between the hands. We're going to move into a lunge on the other side. So front knee, right knee's right over the ankle. We're going to come up into our lunge. Take those hips. Now we're going to take that left hip and maybe move that forward just a little so those hips are square. Engage those bandhas, and let's bring in the life force with the breath. Line of energy is from the solar plexus up, the core of the body, out the extended fingertips. The focus is the heart. One more nice deep breath, reaching into those fingertips, that line of energy. And on your exhale, bringing the hands down to the mat. Back leg is going to come up to meet the front, releasing and relaxing the head ever so gently and kindly. You can hold those elbows, and let's bring our awareness to the heart. Breathing and bringing in the prana. Beautiful job. Exhaling. And on your next inhale, lifting your head first, then the heart. Giant angel wings out to the side, coming all the way back, and we're going to move into our back bend. And then coming back to center, we're going to go a little side to side stretching. So taking that right arm over to the left, holding it with the left arm, opening up that right side body and trying not to collapse in on the left. Still engaging the core. And engage those bandhas and let's breathe. Your awareness is in the heart. One more breath. And on your exhale, let's move over to the other side. Left arm reaching over to the right. Feeling a nice opening on that left side. Let's engage those bandhas, those energy locks, and let's bring in the prana. Awareness is in the heart. Deep breath in. And exhaling, forward fold. And let's go back into our back bend for a moment. Inhale, exhale, forward fold all the way down, hinging at your hips, and then rounding the spine, bringing the hands so the thumbs are next to the little toes, and releasing your head and heart, letting it go. And we're going to inhale, lifting the head, and we're going to take that right leg behind us, and we're going to drop that back knee, that right knee. And we're going to move into our Lunge Rocks. So we're going to begin by lunging forward, opening up that hip, those hip flexors. And then we're going to lunge back, feeling a nice stretch on the front, the backs of the forward leg, and you can flex and extend that forward foot to feel some new sensations. And I invite you now, as you stay centered into your heart, to just flow back and forth at your own pace, your own rhythm. And go within, go inside yourself, inside that sanctuary of your heart. This is a personal experience, noticing sensation and keeping the breath and the prana flowing. And we will have a few minutes of silence in Lunge Rocks as we bask in the inner spaces in the sanctuary of the heart. And coming back to center, and we're going to bring that forward foot back into a table posture. The knees are right under the hips, and the hands are right under the shoulders. And we're going to move into our cat and cow. And we're going to begin with our cow. And with cow, we're going to stick that tailbone up
lifting the head and the heart, inhaling. And as you exhale, we're going to tuck that tailbone under, round the back in our cat, like a howling cat. And that's on our exhale. Inhaling back into our cow. Removing flexion and extension of the spine. And continuing at your own pace. Inhaling in cow and exhaling in cat. And if you find that you want to add a little bit of styling, maybe some circles with the hips, or just noticing if your body wants to make any subtle adjustments as you flow back and forth from your cat and cow. Being in your own space, you're basking in your heart, the nectar of your heart. Go within. And coming back to neutral. Beautiful job. And we're going to go into balancing table. So we're going to raise the left arm straight out, right leg straight out, and about the same height, and engaging those bandhas, and let's breathe. And you can have a dristi, a point in front of you that you can gaze at that's not moving to help your balance. One more deep breath. And releasing down. Great job. We're going to go to the other side. Raising that right arm up, left leg straight out. Pressing again, different directions. Engage those bandhas and let's breathe. One more deep breath in, reaching out, and exhaling, coming down. Beautiful job. Let's thread the needle now while we're here in our table. And so we're going to take that right arm up, opening up the heart. Whoop. Keeping both knees on the mat. And then we're going to swoop that arm in between the knee and the hand and rest that shoulder down on the mat and the side of your head. And you can take this left hand, you can rest that on your back if you like, or you can keep it on the mat. And let's breathe. Engage the bandhas. One more deep breath. And bringing that left hand down to the mat. If it's not, reaching that right arm up again, opening the heart, and then bringing that arm down. And let's go to the other side.
So we're going to inhale that left arm up. Beautiful job. And bringing it through. Turn the hand and the knees, resting the shoulder and the side of the head down. Turning, of course, to your right. Taking that right arm up on your back if you'd like. And engaging the bandhas, and let's breathe. Beautiful job, and bringing that right hand down back to the mat. Let's take that left arm up, reaching up to the sky, opening the heart, and bring our hands down. Beautiful job. We're still in our sun salutation. We're just adding some variations. We're going to curl those toes under, push into the hands, and we're going to go into our downward facing dog, and we're going to go into walking the dog. So drop one heel down to the floor as the opposite knee bends in, and then switching sides, dropping that heel down. And you could also call it pedaling or walking the dog. And engage those bandhas, and let's bring in the prana. Finding your own pace, lodging your awareness and your love into your heart. Finding your walking the dog, pausing at any time. You may add a little twist. You may go real slow. You may go real fast. Be with your own self, your own being. Resting in your own sacred heart. And coming back to center. And we're going to go back into our plank position. And you can drop down to your knees if you like. Take my shirt off for a little bit. Or you can, it's finally starting to get warm in here. Or you can be in a full plank. And we're going to go into our push-ups. So challenging yourself to do a few push-ups. And it may just be one or two, and that's okay. But continuing till you feel your edge, and then we'll drop down to the mat and rest our head to one side and just connect to the earth. Keep the breath flowing if you're still doing push-ups. Just going till you feel a sense of exhaustion in your arms and you're ready to come down. I invite you to engage those quadriceps if you're still doing push-ups. And I'm about at exhaustion, so I'm going to come down. Coming down. Resting your head to one side. Resting it on the mat. And let's imagine for a moment that we're a sponge. Our body's a sponge. And just take a moment to wring that sponge out. Any old dirty water, any dust, any belief systems that no longer serve us, any patterns, conditioning. Just letting it go. If it's no longer serving us, let it go. Just let it go. Letting go old wounds, triggers, reactions, positions, judgments, interpretations that may not inspire us. Let them go. But everything that doesn't serve our highest and greatest good, just Let it go, just squeeze it out. Don't hold on to that which does not serve your highest and greatest good. Even if it's familiar, even if it seems right or true, if it's not inspiring you, if it's not bringing you joy, let it go. Just one last deep exhale, letting any last little residual energetic patterns or anything in your body, mind, psyche, being, emotional, let it go. If it's not serving you, let it go. Into the earth. Let her receive it from you, transmute it for you, and bring it into the earth and allow it to become of service in any aspect of the planet. And imagine you're still that beautiful sponge, clean and clear, porous and open, like a brand new sponge that you buy at a store, giant, big sponge with lots of holes. And now soak up from Mother Earth anything that your body needs, anything that will serve your highest and greatest good. Soak up love, soak up wisdom, soak up peace, soak up health and vitality. Soak it up, anything you may need, and maybe vitamins or nutrients, minerals, maybe information you need, new ways of being, new patterns that are enlivening and joyous and bring freedom to your heart and soul. A few moments of silence as we soak up any offerings from Mother Earth that will benefit us. You can change positions on your head at any time if you'd like. And coming back to center, sending the earth love, gratitude, appreciation, and taking that pelvis and rooting into the earth. That's our foundation for this posture. We're going to bring the arms out to the side. We're going to go into airplane or bird. I prefer calling this bird. And as we press the pelvis into the earth, we're going to inhale and raise the legs and the arms and the head, and then continue to breathe.
It's a great back strengthener. On your last inhale, lifting up a little higher. And on your exhale, releasing down. Beautiful job. You can bring those hands back under your shoulders. We're going to push up into a table. Curl those toes under and push back into a downward facing dog. And we are going to go into a three-legged dog. So we're going to take that right leg and we're going to kick it all the way out behind us. A three-legged dog. And we are going to bend that right knee. And then open up to the right side. Both hands are firmly planted on the mat. Engage those bandhas and breathe. One more nice deep breath. And let's go back into our three-legged dog, right leg pointing up. And let's inhale, exhale that leg all the way to the front for a moment. Beautiful job. And straightening that front leg, going into a pyramid. Breathe. Resting in the heart. And then lifting the head and the heart, and let's bring that right leg back into downward facing dog, and we're going to go into three-legged dog on the other side, the left side. So kicking that left leg up towards the heavens. Beautiful job. Both hands firmly planted on the mat. We're going to bend the left knee, and we're going to open up to the left side body. And breathe. Engage those bandhas. And moving into three-legged dog, bringing that left foot way up to the sky, and then let's bring it all the way through between the hands, and we're going to straighten that front leg, and we're going to move into a pyramid, bringing the head towards the knee, and resting in this beautiful pyramid posture, engaging the bandhas, bringing in the prana. And on your next inhale, lifting the head and the heart, and let's bring that left leg. Actually, let's keep that left leg forward. And let's bring that left leg back into down dog. And let's pedal the dog. Pedal, walk the dog. Beautiful job. And we're going to hinge forward, bring that right leg up between the hands, and we're going to drop that left knee down, and we're going to move into Lunge Rocks on this side. So we're going to lunge forward, opening up the hip flexors, feeling that pelvis open up, and hinging back. You feel a nice stretch on the calves and hamstrings, and you can flex and extend that front foot. And we're going to find our own pace here. We're going to dive into our own hearts, keeping the prana moving. And basking in that inner nectar, finding our own rhythm, being with ourself and our heart.
Then coming back to center, and we're going to curl those back toes under, lift that back leg up, and either step or hop or jump that foot into the front with our forward fold. And bringing those hands to the elbows if you like, and let's just breathe in forward fold, bringing your focus to the inner sanctuary of your heart. And wherever you are, exhaling everything. Lift. On the next inhale, lifting the head, lifting the heart, bringing those arms out to the side. We're going to do a future breath. So inhaling into a back bend, exhaling forward fold. Inhale into lunge. You can do low lunge or high lunge. You can keep your hands on the mat if you like. Exhaling into down dog. Inhaling into up dog, swooping all the way through. Exhaling into down dog. Inhaling into lunge, bringing the right leg forward. Exhaling forward fold. Inhaling into our mountain. Exhaling forward fold. Inhaling into lunge, bringing that right leg back. Exhaling into down dog. Inhaling into up dog. Exhaling into down dog. Inhale, right leg up into lunge. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale into your mountain. We're going to do one more to breath. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, right leg back into a high lunge or a low lunge. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg up into lunge. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lifting the head, lifting the heart, coming all the way up. Bringing those hands right in front of the heart in Anjali Mudra. And take this moment to feel the feet firmly rooted into the earth. Bringing your awareness to the breath, maybe taking a nice deep breath. Diving into pratyahara, inner sensation, inner aliveness. Dive in to the heart and the entire being. And bask in that felt sense, that nectar. Noticing all the aliveness throughout your body. All the energy that was stirred through this sun salutation, Namaskar C practice.
And bring your focused awareness to the heart. All your focus, one point of focus to the heart. Rest deeply inside your own heart. And releasing all focus and all concentration, and allow yourself to simply bask in pure expanded consciousness. Becoming silent stillness. You are everywhere and everything. And bringing your awareness back into the heart, focusing all your concentration on simply the heart center. Basking deeply into the depths of the nectar. And bring your awareness into Pratyahara, all the energy and sensation within your being, within your body. Basking in the emotions without judging or describing. All the aliveness within. Taking a nice deep breath in the belly. And feeling those feet firmly grounded on the mat, your hands touching if they're on Anjali Mudra, and releasing the hands, shaking out the legs. I think I might have heard Xander at the door. Andy? Xander? I'll leave that door open a crack to see if he's going to come. All right. So we are going to continue on with our asana practice. That was kind of a long sun salutation, so I'd like to do a couple balance postures and then go down to the floor. Finish up. So we're going to do a balance posture. Let's do the tree. I love the tree. It's my favorite. So we're going to bring all our, I'm going to mirror you. So we're going to bring all our energy and all our weight into our right standing leg. And imagine this right leg is a tree trunk. And you got roots going down into the earth and down into the center of the earth that are rooting you into the earth. And then very little weight on this left leg. And we're going to turn this left leg out. So the heel is going to rest on the right
leg tree trunk. Now this can be your tree. This is a perfect tree. It's a beautiful tree. And if you'd like, you can also challenge yourself and bring that foot up a little higher to different, we just do not want to be on the knee. Or you can take it up, my favorite is to take it home and root that leg into the earth. And bring your tree, your leaves and your branches up and engage those bandhas. Whoop. If you fall out, just bring yourself right back in. Bring those branches up, engage the bandhas. One more breath. And releasing that leg down. Good job. We're going to go over to the other side. We're going to go into our left leg. That is our tree trunk. Branches are deep inside the earth, rooting us onto the planet. Right leg will go out. Right heel's resting on the left standing leg and tree trunk. And the branches can come up. And it's your option to where you like to have that leg be. I'm going to have it here for right now. And engage the bandhas and breathe. And one more deep breath. And releasing down. Beautiful job. Let's go into knees to chest. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take this right standing leg and really imagine that that's rooted into the earth, almost like it is a tree trunk, even though we're not in tree. Roots coming deeply down. And the left leg is very little weight, and then we are going to bring that knee up and hold it with our, clasp it over our hands, and breathe. Engage the bandhas. You can find a dristi. One more deep breath. And release and relax that leg down. You always find there might be one side it's better than the other. That is not my best side. This is my best side here. And we're going to go to the other side. The left leg is firmly rooted in to the earth. You can even see those roots going in. Very little weight on this right leg. And then you're going to bring that right knee up. Grab that as your hands clasp around the knee. Find your dristi and breathe. One more deep breath and release it down nice and slow, not like how I just did it. Beautiful job. And let's go into chair. And so we're going to bring those arms up, and then we are going to bend the knees as we bring the buttocks back like we're going to be sitting on a chair. So I can show you this way too. Finding that seat and engage those bandhas, and let's breathe. One more deep breath. Beautiful, and coming up. We're going to come up to a standing position. We're going to clasp those hands behind our back. And we are going to hinge forward into standing yoga mudra, honoring the heart. Head is lower than the heart, so we're going to honor the heart. Engage those bandhas, and let's breathe. One more deep breath. And releasing the hands, bringing the hands down to the mat. We're going to come up onto our knees. The other's just not coming in. That heater was on this one. So we're going to be up on our knees, up at the front of the mat. And we're going to move into a camel. So the very first thing we want to do with our camel is tuck that tailbone under. So we open up the lumbar and the lumbar vertebrae, so nothing crunches as we go into this beautiful back bend. Bringing the hands to the small of the back, and we are going to go into our back bend as we lift the heart and the chest. And we can bring the hands down to the heels for an option if you like for a deeper back bend. Engaging those bandhas, and let's bring in the prana. One more nice deep breath. And coming up, bringing those hands, the small of the back, and let's move into our child's posture. Head is going to come down. Hands can either be in front of you, or you can bring those hands to the side. And breathe. Bringing your awareness to the heart, resting in the heart. And gently and kindly coming up to a seated position. I might need to put my sweater back on. And we are going to bring the left leg straight out, and the right knee is going to bend in, so the right foot is resting on the inner thigh of the left leg as we prepare for single leg forward fold, seated forward fold with single leg. And what we're going to do first, as I get my sweater on here, is we're going to find our hinge. It's winter here where I'm filming, and so it's cold. I just turned the heater off, but we're almost finished. So first thing we're going to do is find that hip, that hinge, right there where the hip is moving, and hinge forward. Hinging forward, and without having that knee bend up, you feel that edge, you can stop and round the back so the head is going to come in towards the knee. And you can massage that foot. And wherever you are in your forward fold is perfect. A lot of people that have a lot of muscles may be way up here. They're really built very muscularly. It's all perfect. Honor your body and where you're at. And see if now you can hinge a little deeper in your hips. Let's take a few deep breaths as we rest in our heart, diving deep, deep into the deepest inner sanctuary of our being. Basking in the nectar. And gently and kindly coming all the way up. And we're going to switch legs. Right leg is straight out, left leg is bent in. We're going to hinge on this right side, finding that edge. And then rounding the spine, bringing the head in towards the knees. You can massage that foot, that right foot if you like. And bringing in the prana with the breath. Engage the bandhas ever so gently. See if you can hinge a little deeper now. And rest again in this beautiful forward fold as you bask in the nectar of your heart. And gently and kindly coming all the way up. Put those feet together in a bound angle and rock back and forth on those sits bones and flap those butterfly wings. And we're going to move into a forward fold here, a seated forward fold. And we're going to hinge at the hips, but we're not going to round the spine in this forward fold. So again, hinging forward at the hips, both hips together, hinging forward till you feel that edge. And engage those bandhas and breathe. See if you can hinge a little deeper now. One more deep breath in. And releasing the breath and coming up. And let's grab onto those big toes, your peace fingers, or you can grab onto the whole foot. And we are going to open up those legs into a nice V, balancing on the sacrum. Engage the bandhas and let's breathe. One more nice deep breath and releasing those feet down. And let's bring the feet together and the knees together. And we're going to go into our boat, still balancing on that sacrum. We're going to bring the arms out to the side, bring the feet out into a V again. Beautiful. Feet are touching. Engage the bandhas and breathe. Find a drishti if you need. One more deep breath. And releasing down. Beautiful job. And let's scoot up to the front of the mat. We're going to go into Spinal Rocks. Feeling a nice massage on the back and the kidneys. And finally coming down. Feet are flat on the mat. And arms are to the sides. And we are going to move into a bridge. So we're going to first move into a two-legged table, just to warm up the back a little. So at the next inhale, we're going to press the feet into the mat. Lift those hips halfway. And let's take a deep breath here. One more deep inhale. And on your exhale, we're going to come down one vertebrae at a time, like a string of pearls from the upper thoracic, lower thoracic, down to the lumbar. Feel that sacrum relax and feel the tailbone relax. And now we're going to go into a full bridge. So we're going to press into the feet. We're going to lift those hips. We're going to arch the back into a back bend, bringing the hands underneath, clasped together, coming up onto our shoulders if we can. And breathe. This is a heart opener, so bring your awareness to the heart. Watch those knees so they don't drop open. You might even imagine you have a yoga block between your knees. Engage the bandhas and let's bring in the life force with the breath. One more nice deep inhale as you lift up into that back bend. And on the exhale, releasing the hands, releasing the shoulders, coming down again, one vertebrae at a time, from the upper back down to the lower. Feeling that sacrum and tailbone relax. Beautiful job. And let's bring those knees to the chest for a nice little counter posture for the back bend. Release and relax that lower back. You can rock back and forth a little bit. Feels really good. And then let's go into our happy baby. Definitely want to be very present inside your heart, just like a baby, and just enjoying yourself and playing and keeping the breath flowing. And coming back to center. And let's take those legs and let's bring them straight up into a little inversion for the legs. And just feeling all those veins are having a good vacation. Sometimes when I'm in this posture, I like to massage my hamstrings a little bit. Just connecting with your body. Just sensing. If you'd like to move into half shoulder stand, lifting those hips up. Shoulders on the mat, hands on the hips. Feet are right above the face and the head. And breathe. No need to engage any bandhas here. And if you'd like to hinge over into plow, and those feet may get to the ground or maybe not, that's okay. And breathe. Adjusting the back of the neck so you're comfortable. And coming down, we're going to tuck the knees into the chest to become a little ball. Bring those hands down to the mat, nice and slowly rolling down. Beautiful job. Beautiful job. And we are going to move into fish. So we are going to have both legs straight out, resting flat on your back. And we're going to take that right hand face down on the mat and bring that halfway under the right butt cheek. Left hand flat on the mat and bringing that halfway under the left butt cheek. Bringing those forearms and elbows alongside the body and on the mat and pressing into the forearms and elbows, lifting the head, the heart, the chest, heart opening and dropping that head so it's resting down on the mat. Heart is open, back bend, engage the bandhas and breathe. One more nice deep breath. And on the exhale, releasing the head, releasing the hands and the arms. Beautiful job. Let's bring those knees into the chest again. Release and relax the lower back. And then let's bring that left leg straight out. Right knee is up with the right foot flat on the floor. And let's come on to our left side about an inch. And then bringing that right knee over to the left hand on the right knee to guide that knee over for a nice deep twist, bringing the right hand out 90 degrees and twisting the head to gaze out over the right fingertips. And let's breathe in this nice deep twist. And on your next exhale, coming back onto your back, back to neutral. And we're going to switch legs. So we're going to take that right leg straight out in front of us, coming up onto that right side about an inch. And left knee is coming over to the right. Right hand on the left knee, guiding that knee over. Left hand is out 90 degrees and turning the head to gaze out over the left fingertips. And bring in that life force and prana with the breath. And releasing the knee, coming up so you're flat on the back, your back with both knees up, and we're going to go into some releases. And the first we're going to go into is hula. So we're going to be swiveling those hips. So we're going to take that right hip and bring it up towards the right, just right up towards your right shoulder and armpit, and the left hip is dropping down towards the left foot and swiveling back. Right hip is coming down towards the foot. Left hip is coming up towards the armpit. And just swiveling back and forth at your own pace, your own rhythm. Sacrum is flat on the mat. It doesn't lift up. And keeping the prana flowing through the body. Aware of all sensation. Connected deeply to your own heart. And coming back to center, we're going to go into hip pointers. So we'll take that right hip and point that up towards the ceiling as that right butt cheek lifts off the mat just a little bit. Left butt cheek is firmly planted on the mat and relaxing down. And taking that left hip pointed up towards the ceiling. Left butt cheek will lift up off the mat just a little. Right hip and butt cheek are firmly planted on the mat. And continuing at your own pace, fully present to your heart, bringing in the prana. And coming back to center. Beautiful job. And we are going to bring both knees and both legs over to the right side. Just let them stack up on top of each other. And let's lift that left top leg and knee up, and we'll start bringing it over to the left. Coming all the way over the feet, maybe touching. And then that right leg is going to follow and eventually make it over to the left. And lifting that top right leg, bringing that over to the right. Nice and slowly. Noticing how your body's feeling, and the left leg is going to follow until both legs are stacked up again over to the right. And continuing at your own pace, your own rhythm, being deeply rooted inside your being, inside your heart. Be with yourself for a little while, noticing sensations, and breathe. And coming back to center, and we will have our final release before we get ready for Savasana. Any last movements or stretches? So we're going to bring those feet out to the wide edges of the mat. Knees are still up, feet are firmly on the mat, and let's drop the right knee into the center until you find that edge, never forcing, and gently bringing that leg back up. And now dropping that left knee and leg down into the center. Till you find your edge, holding that a moment, and bringing that left leg up. And finding your own pace, your own rhythm with single knee drop. Resting in the inner being, in the heart, and keeping the life force moving through the body with the breath. Noticing sensation. Coming back to center. I invite you to make any last little movements that you may want to make, stretching or rolling. And if you need to get a sweater or put socks on or a blanket, and begin to get all settled for Savasana. Laying flat on your back. I'm going to put a blanket on me today. And resting into the earth, feeling the earth receive your body as you let go even deeper. Any little bit of tension or holding in the muscles, in the organs, the body, the skin, just let it all go. Let it all melt into the earth. Feeling your body become even heavier. Sinking into the earth even deeper. letting go. And resting in silence. And I will bring you back. And gently and kindly beginning to come back to the room, feeling that earth underneath you, wiggling the fingers, wiggling the toes, maybe stretching the body out a little bit as you come back more and more to this time and this space. And rolling over to one side, either side, it doesn't matter. And allowing the energies to integrate, feeling all the shifts in fluid and organs. Resting in your heart. And gently and kindly coming up to a seated position. And taking this moment now to scan your body. Going in and noticing the energies, the emotions, the aliveness. Maybe even noticing any differences from when you began this yoga practice.
And bring yourself back to that intention that you set at the beginning of practice. And thanking your own self, your own being, for giving you this gift of yoga practice for yourself, for your own well-being, gently and kindly opening your eyes. Thank you for joining me. I am Grace. For ecstatic yoga, you can go to ecstaticyoga.studio for more yoga practices and for our retreats and teacher trainings. I wish you a most beautiful and blessed day. I honor the place in you in which the entire universe dwells. I honor the place of you which is of love, light, truth, and peace. When I am in that place in me, and you are in that place in you, we are one. Namaste.